Hello, everyone. How's it going? Happy Friday. Okay, so our class today, as I said, it's about dreams. So, what I'm going to go over is 30 facts and myths about dreaming. So, things that maybe people are a little confused about because, I'm sure they'll go over this, so I'm sorry if I already ruined it, but some people used to believe that if you walked in your sleep and somebody woke you up, that you would actually die. Okay, well, plenty of people have been woken up from walking in their sleep, me included. I did not die. Or I don't think I'm dead. Maybe something else is happening here. Just kidding. So what we're going to do is go over, so let's get started. Let's just jump right into it. Okay, number one. Is this a fact or a myth about dreaming? We'll find out. Blind people dream in sounds. So, people who have been blind since birth do not dream like everybody else, obviously because they've never been able to see things. However, what a lot of people don't know is that blind people dream in sounds as well as smells and emotion. So, yeah. Interesting. I wonder what that's like. That must be a very different experience. I mean, it's similar, but also different in its unique way. Interesting. So number two, it's a myth that you shouldn't wake a sleepwalker. So, number two on the list. Plenty of us sleepwalker experience sleepwalking in our lives. In fact, 15% of the population are sleepwalkers, and while it's not a nice feeling to be woken up, it actually isn't dangerous. You can't cause a heart attack or put the person into a coma by waking them up. So none of that is true. It is a myth. Number three, you forget 50% of your dreams within the first 5 minutes after dreaming. Right, and so there's episodes of shows that go over this as well, where somebody's like, oh, that's awesome, I gotta write that down right now, and then they do, and then they read it the next day, and they're like, what the heck is this? This doesn't make any sense. So have you ever been woken up, remembered a bit of a dream, but starting forgetting it as you started thinking about it? Well, you're not alone. This is the reason why many people keep dream journals as a way of remembering what they dreamt about each night. It's because, you do forget a ton suddenly. I mean, I don't know if you've ever explained. I always do this with my SO or significant other. I'll wake up and I'll be like, man, I just had the craziest dream. Let me tell you the dream. And then I start to tell them, like, okay, that was actually sounded really boring when I said it out loud. But while I was in the dream, it was really amazing. Okay, number four. People can actually be awake whilst in their dreams. That's called lucid dreaming. Ah, well, there it is. Lucid dreaming is a thing, and it's where people are aware that they're asleep and can sometimes control what they dream about. I've done it before. So imagine Leonardo DiCaprio in Inception, or you can just imagine DJ doing it. Doesn't have to be Mr. Famous DiCaprio. It's a real thing, but not many people realize quick enough for them to control their dreams. It is true, it's really tough. I've only done it a couple of times. But it's like in your dream where you're like, this is outlandishly crazy that this is happening to me right now. And then I'm like, wait a minute, this has to be a dream. And once you realize that, if you can stay asleep and not wake yourself up, because the first couple of times I woke myself up, but if you can stay asleep, you can. And I remember I tried to fly in my dream. And I didn't get hurt and I didn't really fly, but I kept like getting a little bit off the ground, then I'd like crash into fences and bounce off walls, but I never got hurt or anything. Number five, what about dreaming in black and white? Thinking back to times when televisions were black and white, pre-1954, only 15% of us dreamt in color. A lot of us still dream in black and white now, but it's more common for us to dream in color. Now we spend a lot of our time watching TV and films. That's really disturbing. I didn't want to know that. Now I know it. We watch too much TV. That's what that says. We're on our phones too much. We should be dreaming about nature in color. Ah. Oh, that's so disappointing. Anyway, okay. Because that's what we actually pay attention to is TV. Like, we're all people watchers. We just want to watch other people. Bizarre. Number 6. Sorry, a little tangent there. Deaf people often use sign language in their sleep. Let's see. Just like blind people dream in sound, some deaf people have been known to dream in sign language. Many of us can't even comprehend what that must be like, but if someone has been deaf since birth, or almost fully deaf, it makes complete sense. How else would they dream? How else would they communicate via dream? Number 7, the sleep paralysis demons. All right, I think I know what they're talking about. So hands up, who's had sleep paralysis? Kind of. I think we all have experienced, well, this person feels that we all have experienced it or will experience at some point in our lives, and it can be terrifying. It feels like we're awake at the same time as dreaming, and we can often see creatures right in front of us in our bedrooms. It's terrifying, but it's not dangerous. Those who suffer are conscious, but unable to move. Yeah, I did that when I was a kid. I remember, I swear there was just something at the end of my bed just looking at me and just staring at me. And I was like, but I was just lying there looking at it, and I was like, yay. I was too afraid to say anything too loud. I didn't want to wake anybody up, but I also, when I was like, wanted to see it move. And finally I got up the courage to kick it. But for the first bit, I was frozen. Number 8, toddlers don't dream about themselves. And this one comes as a surprise because most toddlers act and think that the world revolves around themselves. However, what a lot of people don't know is that they don't feature in their own dreams. We don't appear in our own dreams until we're about 3 or 4 years old. Well, it's probably because you don't really look in the mirror. You don't do any of your own self-care. Like, you don't take your own bath. You don't shower. You don't comb your hair. You don't brush your teeth. Everybody else does that for you. So obviously, since that one makes sense to me fully. Number 9, fear isn't the most common emotion we experience in our dreams. What is? That's right, fear isn't. When we talked about dreams, we tend to focus on the scary ones when in fact the most common emotions to feature in our dreams is sadness, anxiety, and guilt. Well, because that's typically what we focus on during the day as well. Okay, it's not that fun. Obviously, I'm not that sad or anxiety-ridden right now. Anyway, number 10, men and women dream differently. You know what they say, women are for Venus, men are for Mars, all that stuff. So it probably isn't too surprising to know that we dream differently too. Men have more violent and aggressive dreams than women, who tend to dream about things that cause them to feel guilty. I don't know. I'm going to have to ask some women. What's the most common emotion that you tend to feel in your dreams? Number 11. Okay, this one I really want to know. Because I've heard that, dreaming is kind of a right brain sort of thing. And logic, which is left brained, even though it's all tied together, is not really part of dreaming as much. So it says, number 11, you can't tell the time when you're dreaming. I wonder if that's true. So many of us don't ever realize that we're asleep in our dreams because we cannot see clocks or tell the time when we're dreaming. Clocks are made to manage time. Dreams are related with emotion, feelings, fear, choice, desire, and past experiences. So really, you can't really see numbers. So here's the thing. Say you're having a weird dream. Here's a good way to try to lucid dream if that's something you want to do, or dream, like, control your own dreams. Look at time. Say, I don't know, this seems weird. Try looking at your watch if you can't read your watch. So I've done this with different things, like combinations. I'm like, I know this combination. I know what it is. It's my password to this. And I'm like, well, why can't I actually put it in? It's because it's not the right part of your brain. Number 12, you also can't read a book whilst you're dreaming. So if you've ever had a dream in which you're reading, the text is just a projection, of your subconscious. It makes sense in your dream, but it doesn't actually reflect reality whatsoever. It's also very unlikely that the text is even written in a language you know or exists. Interesting. So no reading. No reading, no numbers. No homework in the dreams. Number 13. Google was invented in a dream. Pardon me. Something flew in my throat. Pardon. A lot of inventors keep note of things that they dream about in case one comes into fruition one day. And that is exactly how Google came about. So Larry Page, Google guy, was dreaming. He got the idea to create the most used search engine in the world. And he did it. Interesting. All right. Next one. You only dream about faces you've actually seen. That can't be true. If you think, who on earth is that? Who is that in my dream? You will have seen their faces, whether it's somebody you know or someone you've walked past in the street. Each and every day we see hundreds of people walk past us in the streets, and their faces are easily forgotten, except in our sleep. Which a lot of times, that's why hypnotherapy is very important, because there's a lot that's actually trapped in our brain that we don't even know is there, and it can be unlocked a lot of the time. Like, they do that with people, say, who have seen a horrific accident, and they can't figure out, like, they're like, I swear I saw the license plate, but I can't remember it. So then they'll put them under hypnosis, and then suddenly they'll be able to remember it. So, yeah. So there's a lot that's in there. 15. Longer dreams occur in the morning. That makes sense. Experts think that morning dreams are easier to remember because they happen during REM, rapid eye movement, stage of our sleep. Your brain processes emotions and experiences during the REM phase and organizes them into a long-term memory. Your muscles are paralyzed when you're in REM. That's the next thing. Have you ever noticed your partner twitch, make funny movements, or shout in their sleep in the middle of the night? Melanie has. She hates it. So when I wake up and she's on the couch, I'm like, did I scream in my sleep? Yes, you did. Well, when you're in the rapid eye movement stage of dreaming, your muscles become paralyzed to prevent you from acting out in your dreams, so this won't happen. Yeah, so instead of like punching something, say you're in a dream and you're fighting something off, if you were lying next to somebody and you just started taking it out on them, that would be terrible. So in order for us to kind of stay calm, it paralyzes you. Recurring dreams have themes. Recurring dreams are a thing. Yes, I know that. Especially in children, and most common ones are confrontations with animals and monsters, physical aggressions, falling, and being chased. People who remember their dreams often dream about falling when they're in the REM part of their sleep. Now, my ones that come back, my recurring dream is that my teeth fall out. I hate that dream. That just means I'm stressed about something. Next, strange dreams are completely normal. Man, I thought they were cool. It was tapping into another universe. Ever felt like you're a bit of a weirdo because of the dreams you have? Well, it might put your mind at ease to hear that strange dreams are actually completely normal. The weirder, the better. Okay, they were joking with that. But really, those out there dreams that have you waking up thinking, what the heck was that, are very common and normal. Number 19, low stress equals happy dreams. Most people dream about emotions like anxiety, guilt, and sadness. However, if you're feeling very settled, happy, and unstressed, you might find that you have a very pleasant dream because of how satisfied you are in your life at the present moment. So try to live a stress-free life. You'll have better dreams. Okay, we're going to skip that one because, yeah. Okay, we're skipping that one because, yeah. Women tend to dream a lot. Yeah, it had stuff that it would take too long to explain, and though it's interesting, I'm not going there. Women tend to dream a lot about celebrities, but not men. We already know that men and women dream differently to each other, but studies have shown that women are actually twice as likely to have a dream about public figures compared to men, which may come as a bit of a surprise to you. Next one. Nightmares occur at a similar time of the night. Have you ever wondered why you always remember your nightmares? Or why you wake up feeling a bit weird after a scary dream? Well, a lot of people don't know that nightmares actually happen at a similar time of the night each night, frequently occurring in the last third of the night. So it comes towards the end of the night. Next one, your feelings come out in dreams. So you're most likely to experience negative dreams about lost loved ones if you're suffering from post-traumatic symptoms, guilt, or if you're blaming yourself over their death. This often plays out in your dreams, particularly because those feelings are so strong. That makes sense? 25, eating late definitely doesn't help with things. Yeah, I've heard this. So let's see. We all heard about how cheese can give you nightmares, or chocolate, I've heard as well, which technically is a myth, but eating late can definitely cause you to have weirder dreams. Eating before bed increases your metabolism, which signals your brain to be more active, equaling out in weird dreams. Next, we dream a lot through the night, so even if you don't remember your dreams, most of us struggle to remember even one of our dreams the morning after, but people actually dream a lot throughout the night, and people over the age of 10 tend to have at least 4 to 6 dreams each night. We just don't remember them. That is kind of annoying. Okay, just a few more. Sudden movements aren't in your imagination. Hypnic jerks, I do that, can really make you jump out of your skin. The sudden jolts of feeling or falling that occurs right before you go to sleep isn't just your imagination. You actually jump and wake yourself up, and can happen more often when you're under emotional stress, excessive caffeine, for you coffee drinkers out there, or under physical stress. I'm just playing. Why do we dream? The question we've all been asking since the beginning of time. Well, you won't be happy to know that even researchers and scientists have no idea why we dream, or what the purpose of it serves. If any, maybe we're all just overthinking it all. I think it's stress. That's my theory. I've heard it from other people. It's a way to take in everything that's gone on during the day and dream it out, kind of act it out, and figure it out, and let some of that stress go during the night. Sweet. Okay, number 29. And then we just have one more after this. Tooth dreams might have a bigger meaning, but not death. Many people dream about their teeth falling out. Yes! Which could be caused by an undiagnosed dental irritation like bruxism. Folklore says that it's a premonition of death, but that has been scrapped and turned into myth in recent times. Yeah, I had this like years and years and years ago. I mean, like 20 years ago, first time. My teeth aren't that bad. I go to the dentist. Anyway, it's not about me. It's about the class. Okay, and last one. The deeper the sleep, the more vivid the dreams. Okay, sorry. Most people are likely to experience more bizarre dreams during the REM rapid eye movements. Oh, one sec. Okay, adults spend around 25% of the time in REM sleep, which is why vivid dreams can occur multiple times throughout the night. Okay. Sorry, so I have to go because we just had an alert. So, yeah, I hope everybody's okay, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and have fun, and I'll see you all on Monday. Ciao, everybody.